All right, Joe, we're leaving my art room where I like to sit and do stuff. And we're going to go out and look at the homestead. Sorry about that. That was a poor video there. All right. We'll start off going out the front door. Say hi, babe. That's my husband, Scott. We're out on the homestead, going out here to look around the garden. Some of the flowers are still looking pretty. Look at that, it's looking pretty. Super Tunia bubblegum. We love that. We had some apples. We had to cut the trees down last year. These 2 trees, when we moved in here into this property, these 2 trees right here were dead, or they had poison, or not poison. They had some yucky stuff. So it's got not some happy stuff. We got to treat it. I think it's just, this is what was happening before. It just was all over the tree, and so we probably have to cut it down. We'll use the wood though. I'll use it for some kind of art and craft. I got this from my grandbaby, and this is a crabapple tree. It is stunning, and we planted this blue spruce. Look at how cute it is. So cute. My grandbaby did some pumpkins with her daddy, who'd never carved a pumpkin in his life. We just put them in here for now, because in case they start rotting. It's cute, huh? Yeah, it's cute. And those are looking pretty still, too. Look at this potato vine. Sure is pretty, huh? This one, too. Need to clean it out. Yep. And let's see here. The peach tree that we brought back with us is in dormant, and we'll plant it this coming up. We'll be planting it. So, yep. And then we were out here. We picked some of these grapes out here in this area over here. I'm pulling weeds, so don't mind the mess. You know, hey, that's the life of a garden. Okay. So there was a ton of grapes. I think there still is a bunch of grapes in here. I think I pulled all that one, but there's a lot in here. Look at in this area right in here. Oh, look at all those grapes in there. Oh, tons of them in there and over and up in there. I still got to get out here and pull some of those. I've been working on this bed right here. We had a lot of some wheat. Well, I stopped gardening because so I'm picking all these weeds out here. Look at, I let these cucumbers that grew up all on their own. So some of these cucumbers, they just went to seed. So, and I have these weeds from the thing in the back coming in. And this tomato plant never did make it this year. It just was not happy, so I've kind of let it go. I'm pulling it out tomorrow. Pulling all this stuff out tomorrow. It kind of it dewed up and rained a little bit or something. This weed took over my marigolds, but I'm going to pop all the heads off of those and get the seeds from them. I'll dry them up, and they'll be great seeds. That's a pile. This is a mixture of spearmint weed. It's spearmint, not weed, spearmint. And it's beautiful. It just smells, oh, it's so good. It's a spearmint. This one's a spearmint. And then this one's it's a mint with like I forget what she said it has in it. It's like a mint. It's a special kind. Special yummy kind. And this is our shop, my husband's shop. Never mind the dog, beware of the owner. Yeah, he's got a gun. That's the pool for the winter. We got it tipped over. It's got some water on it, though. Can't worry about that. There's some more grapes right there. That was the first one to produce a ton of grapes. I had a bunch of squash growing up here in this tree over here. Check this out. It grew all up in this tree. It stopped producing, and I'm going to pull all that out. And there's the back side of the house, not the pretty part of it all. It's electronics. And the garden is not looking good right now. We still got some of these pumpkins growing, though. And they're all in here growing, too. But I'm not watering them anymore, so whatever happens to those happens, whatever water they're getting. So I got to pull all that tomorrow too. So we're going to pull all that. That's a lot of pumpkin. For some reason, I had a ton of pumpkin grow up this year. And I got some weeds that grew up all right here. Got to pull that. I'm starting to gather up some of these plants. Some of that asparagus and stuff is gone to kind of dry up, but the roots are still down below, and they'll come back up green, beautiful next year. I got the grow house all cleaned up in there and everything down below and underneath because, well, we're going to have to cover it with the tarp because we don't think it doesn't really make it very well. Oh, and that coop, whatever that coop was, it was not in good condition. So we're just going to refix it maybe, scrap it, or I don't know, we'll use it for parts. This is the dog run area. They've kind of tortured the grass and killed it, and I got to get some of that stuff for right here. It's starting to get that rot or whatever, whatever it gets. And I've got an awkward plant growing in my pit. And we're going to have to pull that out. Got a couple of them growing in there. Yep. And so I got a bunch of that mint there too. That's our back porch area. And but we'll pull that out because we're going to have the 18th is a burn. Oh, and I'm pulling all this. I think it's purslane. So I'm going to pull all that purslane out. It comes out real easy. And we'll go in here. Oh, it's kind of dark in here. So what I've been working on is I'm getting my paint area. This is going to be my table that I'm using for my paint. And I have another table over here, a big table that I'll set down. That wood's going to be going up. My daughter's going through that pile. And then that's all donation. I just went through everything. Boy, oh boy, was I into going through it. Donation stuff. This is my kids' stuff all packed up and stuff. And then my stuff here. So, and I went through it all. And I'm really happy. I went through it and I got to go through the mess of it all. We packed up all the stuff for this part of the winter and the pool stuff. And then this is all my other stuff, which is all plant stuff and then some of the pool stuff there. And then my pallets that I'm going to be using. I think the dogs are here. Hey, there's the doggies. Let's see the dogs. There's the dogs. There's Joy. Joy down. Down.
Down.
And there's Obi. Isn't he pretty too?
Go run. Go run. Go run. Go run.
Trying to teach him to not jump because, kids come over or just old people. That's what we were about. My mom,
Go run. Run.
We don't want them jumping up on them and then, Yep. Time to run the property. Time to run like cattle. Get down. They're still young though. They're learning. They are Blue Heeler and Border Collie. So that's the homestead in the front. Or should I say in the back. Oh, I'm doing my YouTube video. Yeah, show me a shot. Like I said, never mind the dogs. Beware of the owner. It's a mess because he's working on it. There's our grandbaby's thing because she plugs in her stuff in here. This is, we got a futon in here. Yes, we're Raider fans. All right. And my husband's a drummer, so he plays the drums, hence the 2-drum set. And learning to play the bass guitar, the regular guitar, the piano, the cajon, all kinds of instruments in here he's working on playing. My favorite one over there is, look at this one over here. See that little thing? It plays really neat. It's a really neat steel drum. Yeah, it's a steel drum. Well, I can't get over there because of the way he has it set up. I'd have to either go down low or up above. And I'm too short for that. Anyways, have a good day. He's going to feed the dogs out here. Giving them their treat. I fed them already. But anyways, I thank you for joining me today. That's my neighbors. That's a big apple tree too. But that's producing apples, the small one right here. Yeah. And so, let me show you the front though. And my swing. I love my swing. We brought everything up on the porch. Most things are up on the porch. We could go out through a gate right there, but we have to cut down this tree. It's not good. It's got a disease of some sort. But I'm going to work on planting something here. But it looks like animals are laying poo-poo mess, which is probably a cat. I'm going to have to put some pepper out there or something. There's some apple right here. So, this is the garden in the front. It needs to be weeded. Of course, everything. Wow, when did that one get there? I just pulled these weeds not too long ago, and I didn't see that big old weed. So I got to pull all these fronds off and stuff. And pull the fronds out down there. And get rid of that stuff. Planted a boxwoods. One here. And one down there. Boom. Yep. I bet I got some of that grass, crabgrass growing or whatever that heck that stuff is. I didn't plant anything in the box for winter. So I got to plant something in there for winter. There's our flag. Got up too high. I got to pull it down again. So I didn't plant anything in that. Oh well. We got some garbage stuff going. We're going to the dumps. This is the back part of the area here. You can go through that gate and get in there. We're going to be dropping off all of this stuff. This is the stuff I went through too. I was like, we don't need all this stuff. And all of this has got to be worked on, getting broken down, cut up, and yep. Well, anyways, have a good day. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.